Number 8 is a problem that I would classify in a related rate problem. It says Jim earns X dollars in H hours. How many dollars will he earn in H plus 20 hours? So I'm going to go through this related rate information a little bit. Related rate problems are always some kind of problem in the form of A equals R times T. For A is an amount. Now typically when you see these, it's going to be a wage, a distance, or the amount of work that is done. And a rate, and the R stands for the rate at which we do something. Maybe it's a miles per hour if it's a distance one. If it's a wage, it's dollars per hour. If it's work, it's how much work you can do per hour, how much of the job. And T stands for your time. In some unit of time, it can be hours, it can be minutes, whatever it happens to be. But all of these take on the same little flavor of what we're going to do. Now, on this problem, when it says Jim earns X dollars, I'm relating it back to a wage. So your wage is equal to your rate times your time that you work. Well, this is a very abstract approach to this problem. They're not giving you specific numbers, so what you're going to do is you're going to substitute in what you know. It says Jim earns X dollars in H hours. Well, the number of dollars is the wage that you're going to get paid, and they're also telling you your time, which is H. What they do is they give you the wage and the time so that you can figure out a rate. So we're going to solve this for his rate. Basically, Jim is getting paid X dollars per hour. This is part of our related rate problem. They come back and they ask us a second question on this. It asks us how many dollars we earn in H plus 20 hours. So I'm going to go back to the concept that the wage that I earn is always the rate at which I get paid times the time. Well, from our previous sentence and our previous work, we know that our rate is now X over H. It's X dollars per hour. We got to take that times the amount of time that we work, and they tell us the time that we work is H plus 20 hours. Clean that 20 up a bit. Over 1. And that's going to give us the wage which they're asking us to solve for. So what is our wage? Now part of the problem on this one, or part of the work, is getting it into a form of one of the answers that they have. So one of the ways I could rewrite this is X times H plus 20 all over H. I'm just multiplying fractions, but I got to remember my grouping symbol. Well, this answer isn't part of their solution set, so now I got to think of some other ways to reduce this. Another thing that we could do is we could distribute the X, and see if X times H plus 20, X all over H is part of your solution set. Well, if you inspect your solution sets, they give you A through E. None of those are going to work. So we got to think of another thing that we can do to simplify this fraction. And another thing that we can do is the concept, if you have, I'll give you an easier example, 2 plus 3 all over 5, you could write it as, it's an ugly 5. You have the option of writing it as 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5 over the common denominator. So I'm going to make it as X plus H over H plus 20 times X over H, using that same concept I had illustrated over here. You can break up the fraction over a common denominator. And now the only advantage you get out of this is you can reduce the H's. And now you have an equivalency of X plus 20X over H. And this is the answer choice that they give you to match. Like I said, there are many different forms of the correct answer. That just happens to be the final form that they wrote their answer in. So that's letter B.